It's a huge pleasure for CI Hub to be a sponsor to the Adobe Max for the first time. In this video, we like to give you an overview on what to expect from us and how we can help you leverage the amazing Adobe tools much better. In this video, you will learn how you can do your work with more quality and less effort. So, it's fantastic to introduce the CI Hub connector to all people working in InDesign. So let me start by explaining what we mean by the CI Hub connector is the one simple access to your digital ecosystem, and give you some insights in our thinking and our approach. We believe that the time has come and the technology is here to enrich new work, not by adding new tools for this and that. Sure, we all know that there is an app for everything. But in organizations, we also know that with every app, there is additional administration, new incompatibilities, new challenges for setup and maintenance, and there are even larger needs of training and support. So we believe it is a lot cleverer to enhance what you already have, with a plugin that delivers what you're missing. And you are experiencing it every day that your tools, even if provided by one vendor, are not working perfectly together. And it gets even worse if there are 3 or 4 different vendors or plugins involved. We changed it. With the CI Hub connector, you get your work simpler and faster. You can manage your work more efficient and with less effort. We identified 3 main areas where your creative work can be made easier with the CI Hub connector. First, get rid of sorting out your work tasks and environment in every application. Every application is different, so you have to learn them and you have to get familiar with them. And as a manager, you know this is expensive. With every new customer or project, your team has to learn new systems, new workflows. This is expensive and eats up your profit. Second, remembering and learn dozens of different ways on how to get access to images, stock media, customer assets and data. Have everything bookmarked is already advanced but still an anachronism. Or find what you need and learn how different systems perform a search. You can learn that the hard way. And last but not least, invest hours on making sure that you are using the latest asset and the approved or the even legally correct asset. This is really boring administrational stuff. It's cumbersome and it's a potential pitfall. We have a much better way on doing it. We have a way on how the new work can be supported much faster and amazingly simple. It's so clever that it's astonishing that it's not already here. We have built a plugin that integrates your work task in every program you're using. Take your individual work environment with you wherever you go. Have direct access to all of your needed assets, like pictures, templates, stock assets, and videos. And now I have Gerd here with me. Gerd will show you on how to perform your job faster, simpler, and more joyful. We have prepared the following. Together with our amazing partners, we will show you how our agency partner PureRed from New York leverages the Aprimo DAM system, the Adobe Workfront system, Adobe Stock, and Box.com to deliver their creative work to world-leading customers, but in an efficient way. Let me introduce you to Gerd. He will give you all of the details and run the show for you. So stay on for the next 20 minutes and let Gerd show you a comprehensive overview of the CI Hub connector, the one simple access to your digital ecosystem.
Hello and welcome. And thank you, Andy, for your intro. So let's jump right into our project. Let's have a look at 3 main topics. There is the project itself, the variables in a project, could be teams, applications, systems, existing content and new content. Variables can be replaced and they always serve as placeholders in relation to the project. And there is the company's investment in systems. I want to use these existing components efficiently, avoid manual steps, and thus ensure the return on investment. And that's exactly why we developed the CI Hub connector. To get an overview on the project, to use the existing access management, to handle project-related info and materials in my preferred application, to have a unified interface for all existing systems, to access content of these systems, and to add new content to these systems. The CI Hub connector merges all variables in a consistent interface that runs within my preferred applications. CI Hub connector makes variables visible, traceable, accessible, versionable, updatable, and exchangeable. It also makes work sensible, and it makes workflows understandable. The CI Hub connector makes investments profitable and makes source system features usable within my preferred application. And that's how it looks like. There is the task management, the digital asset management, and the smart linking, all combined in one unified interface. So let's start with our project. We have the project stakeholders and team members, the client, the agency, the applications, and the systems. In our case, it's Adobe Workfront, Aprimo DAM, Box Cloud Storage, Adobe Stock, and Fidel as digital rights management server, and the content that needs to be produced for each channel. Let's start with Elena. She creates the project, creates the brief, and defines the goals and expectations. The company uses Adobe Workfront. She adds the responsible people at the agency, and the project is now launched. The initial setup for the project is created by the agency. Lara and Rose are responsible for monitoring, for the team, the tasks, and the timing. Both of them also use Adobe Workfront, as all important components, requirements, and tasks are stored there. One of the tasks ends up with the design department. The team uses the Adobe Creative Cloud applications. And in addition to Workfront, other systems are needed. The Aprimo Digital Asset Management System, Box Cloud Storage, and Adobe Stock. The designer needs content of these systems, but wants to focus on his design. He uses Adobe InDesign with the CI Hub connector and is immediately connected to all relevant systems. He has access to his tasks from Adobe Workfront, to Adobe Stock for new inspiring images and videos, to Aprimo Digital Asset Management System with existing content, and to Box.com Cloud Storage, where external photographers deliver their data. The CI Hub plugin unified user interface is also available in Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, and many more. Before performing his tasks, he starts the timer for time tracking in Adobe Workfront within Adobe InDesign. Finding, accessing, and placing images in Adobe InDesign is a breeze with the CI Hub connector, no matter if images, InDesign snippets, or documents are needed. The full text search, filtering by keywords is included, renditions, replacement features, and various preview sizes are available. Opening images in Photoshop and uploading reworked images is handled by the CI Hub connector. With appropriate rights, I can add new images to the source system, add new versions to existing images, create new folders, and much more. All this without leaving my application. Full text search and filtering by keywords is included. Renditions, replacement features, and various preview sizes are available. The design for the cover page is done, and I'm going to replace the image with the one I've just clipped in Adobe Photoshop. That's how it works. Let's switch over to the Smart Links tab. As you can see, all placed assets are connected to their source systems. The icon in front of the file name shows the source system, and you get a full control over availability and version of each placed asset. You can also switch between high-res and low-res data. The cover is ready for approval. So the next step is to check in the file to the Aprimo DAM system. I can do so by clicking the Add File button, and I can include a low-res PDF by selecting one of my job options. The InDesign file and the PDF file are uploaded within one step. The preview is generated and the files are available. I can also include a link to the PDF file in my Adobe Workfront task. The visual is approved and I can start creating templates for ads. I can select multiple assets and use the CSV export feature of the CI Hub connector. Now just connect the CSV export with the InDesign data merge. Check if the templates are working fine, and you're good to go. Now this is a template for 3 products, but I can also prepare my InDesign document with a template for just one product connected to the same CSV export, and that's it. I can do the same with Adobe Illustrator and prepare my social media templates. Next step is to create a template for Microsoft PowerPoint, and you can check if the template is working by using the CI Hub connector within Microsoft PowerPoint. You can drag and drop images into the template, and you can drag and drop metadata content into the document and create your slides. So all the templates are done and we've uploaded everything into the source system by using the CI Hub connector. The copywriters are doing their job within Adobe InCopy, or they can use Word. They can go both ways. If they are using Word, for example, they can also upload the Word document to the source system, and if they want to, they can add images to the source system. The Word document is finished, and I can use the CI Hub connector to upload the Word document to a source system. For approval and for a digital rights check, we're connected to the Fidel Rights Management System. So the approver has the ability to check the digital rights of each used asset, and they can approve the PDF via Workfront because they're linked to the DAM system. The digital rights check can be done in any application. Contracts as PDF or Word doc can also be checked in via the CI Hub connector. So let's head over to the final round for the design unit. We finalize the document with images and use the metadata fields in the CI Hub connector for texts and copyright notices. I'd like to add an image for the editorial page, and therefore I switch to Adobe Stock, use the full text search, and place the image directly within Adobe InDesign. By double-clicking the preview, and I can drag and drop the metadata content into the target frame. Customized metadata fields can be displayed and used in all applications. Now I'm going to speed this up a bit for the last few pages. I can upload the final document as a new file, or in my case, I'm going to create a new version of the existing file. I'm going to include a PDF for a final approval, and I can attach the file or a link of the file to Adobe Workfront tasks. From now on, the following steps can also run in parallel. Let's look at the print production. The team can create multi-product ads for different publications and store them directly in the Aprimo DAM. This applies to both InDesign and PDF documents. For high-res output requirements, special job options can be selected in the CI Hub connector. You can also connect other target systems if needed and send the print data to different target systems with just one click via the CI Hub connector. We generate the 12 ads with a single product, and since these are needed by another service provider, we push them to the box.com cloud storage system. And to do so, we create a new folder via the CI Hub connector and generate our print data on this target system. The page preview for InDesign documents is included in the CI Hub connector. Finally, we generate the print data for our brochure. We leave the linked assets in their source systems. No manual download is necessary for the high-res output. The asset handling is done by the CI Hub connector. Thus, we are on the safe side regarding versions and approvals. Let's see what the CI Hub connector can do for web production. If the team works with Adobe Illustrator, then the finished elements can be distributed directly through the CI Hub connector. The same goes for Adobe Photoshop. If the mobile version is designed in Figma or Sketch, then the low-res files can also be placed and linked directly via the CI Hub connector. When using content management systems, the digital assets can also be added and monitored via the CI Hub plugin. If an asset is changed in the source system, the site admin is notified. When using intranet sites such as SharePoint, the same workflow is used. When it comes to social media productions, the CI Hub connector manages any footage from the connected systems. It is fully integrated with Adobe After Effects and Premiere Pro. You can import results directly into the target systems. Now let's switch over to the sales department and see what the CI Hub connector can do. Sales teams can access PowerPoint templates via the CI Hub connector and add images and text to them. This is where the low-res feature comes into play. This allows file sizes to be reduced to a minimum and makes data handling simple and efficient. And more importantly, sales teams use only approved materials. PowerPoint presentations can be saved directly to target systems. The same functions are available for Google Slide users. Conversion options for PowerPoint and PDF are also available via the CI Hub connector. All functions are also available in Microsoft Word or Google Docs. Here, too, the low resolution and drag and drop function for images and metadata content supports efficient work. Even Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets can be provided with images and texts using the CI Hub connector. Translations and localizations can also be simplified with the CI Hub connector. Either via Adobe InCopy, where the CI Hub plugin is fully integrated, or via the custom metadata fields, which in turn can be used for drag and drop, or via CSV export for automated productions. Let's take a look at the rollout in other countries. The individual departments can access, adapt, create, store and publish the pre-produced content. The images in the layouts are linked to the originals in the DAM and cloud storage systems. Even images and videos coming from Adobe stock are linked in the document. This makes content production easy and shortens the time to market significantly.
Gerd, this was a wonderful presentation. I think that gave a very good overview on all of the capabilities. Let me do a short wrap-up. The CI Hub connector is the one simple access to your digital ecosystems. Our partners, Primo, Adobe Workfront, Box.com and PureRed, are presenting the benchmark on how new work can accelerate your business and make work better. 1,000 customers, 17 different applications and 60 partners guarantee you that this is the next big thing for any creative if you want to leverage your investments. So visit us online or at our booth. Take the chance to talk with us or win the hottest drone of the summer, or just grab a nice giveaway or have a coffee. See you there. Bye.